Hi everyone, thanks for dropping by my YouTube channel today and checking out this final test video for Gary's Pellet Stove Controller. This controller is currently connected to my tester, so let me go ahead and turn that on, which will start a 2.5 minute timer, and I'll call for heat, which will turn on a couple fans. So there we have it. So we just saw a couple lights come on the tester here. Basically, this is Gary's controller. It's a QuadraFire 230-0120, and I have it connected to my tester. My tester simulates the room temperature, or simulates temperature to the thermocouple input to the controller. I'm currently set at 45 degrees Fahrenheit. I just set the thermostat on, so it's calling for heat, and we can see that here. Green light tells us that it's calling for heat. And when we did that, we turned on the igniter and we turned on the auger motor. Previous to that, the combustion or the exhaust fan was on. So the reason I turned it on earlier is so that we could watch the timer go into effect. We have a 2.5 minute timer, which I've marked off as being pre-checked and good, which will turn off the auger in about 2.5 minutes time from the time that I turned on the controller. So it's already been a minute and a half now, so it should go off soon. So my tester itself, as I noted, has a lamp for the igniter that simulates the igniter, one for the combustion fan, which is the exhaust fan, one for the auger motor in yellow, and the red one over here, which is the convection or room fan. I will note that for this controller, this QuadraFire model of controller, the convection or room fan will not come on during testing. That's because the stove itself has a thermal switch on it, and the body of the stove has to reach a certain temperature to switch that switch to on, which will cause the fan to spin up. But I do not have that here, since I'm not actually using heat. I'm simulating heat with my simulator. So there's no point in me trying to simulate heat and make that fan come on when all I would be doing is turning on the light on my tester. So as we await for the 2.5 minute initial timer to set and turn off the auger, I'll tell you a little bit more. I've previously monitored and recorded the temperature of the green light, this little green and red light on the back of the controller. As you saw, the auger light just went off, so that timer is good. So I have a green light on the side of the controller, which should come on at about 270 degrees Fahrenheit. I also have a red light on the side of the controller, which will come on at 825 degrees Fahrenheit. So let me go ahead and adjust the temperature to make those come on. So we see the green and the red over here, so let me go ahead, and I said 270 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're at 200 now, 230. And as we reach that temperature, we saw the auger come back on. So the auger is now once again feeding pellets into the stove. So let me go ahead and reach the 825 degree Fahrenheit point, and that will cause the red light to come on at 400, 5, 7. So that will also cause the igniter to go off when I reach that point. There it is. The igniter went off. Notice how the red light comes on and the igniter goes off. So that means, from the controller's point of view, that the temperature of the fire is hot enough to be self-sustaining. It no longer needs the igniter to be on, so it goes into a power-saving mode. The other thing that I've double-checked on is a 10-minute timer. So if the temperature of the fire had not reached over 270 degrees, then the 10-minute timer would probably kick in at some point and shut off the igniter. So that's another safety feature of the controller that needs to work. We don't want the igniter to be on needlessly while the fire is roaring, and we don't want the igniter to be on for an extended duration of time if the fire has not ignited the pellet load in the pot. So the 10-minute timer will shut that down, and that's the safety feature, as I noted. So there we go, Gary. From my point of view, this controller is now once again fully functional. It compares exactly like another 230-0120 controller that I have, and I'm quite confident that all troubles with it have been resolved. You'll have no problems with this controller once you get it back into your stove. I do want to thank you all for sitting through and watching this video. I hope you'll take the time to give it a thumbs up, and for each of you to subscribe to my channel. That's always helpful for me. If you have any questions about this controller or another QuadraFire controller or general pellet stove controller problems that you may be having and you want questions answered, feel free to leave the questions in the comments section down below. Or if you check through the video description just below this video, you'll find my contact information. So once again, thanks everybody for watching, and have a good evening. Bye-bye.